Hey guys, I did a cover of Journey's Girl Can't Help It earlier this week. I'll leave a link in the description to that cover and the backing track that I created to use for that cover so that you can try it out yourself. The song is standard tuning. I have a Line 6 Pod Go that I'm going through. I'm using a Mesa Boogie amp. In front of that, a tube screamer, which is used kind of to bump up the distortion in the pre-chorus. And then for the lead, I bump it up even more via the amp where I'm just kind of hitting more drive. Those are the only real, settings that I'm switching through in the song. And then for all of it, I'm following the amp with a 70s chorus, transistor tape delay at about 500 milliseconds, and plate reverb. This is a really good song for kind of advanced beginners and intermediate players, in my opinion. And it's just got some amazing chords. The solo is really straightforward other than one really tricky part, but we'll get into that. So let's get started. Okay, the song starts out with just a slide. So you can base the slide on like an E minor, except you're just hitting kind of the top notes of that. And you go down to an A minor. So that's the reason, I guess E minor works really well because you're kind of resolving it, right? So the chords for the verses are A minor, E minor, A minor, G major. And the way I'm playing that, this G major can also be played up here. The way I'm playing it is on the 4th string going up to the 1st is 7 5 5 5, and then the E minor I'm doing 5 4 5 3. I think that might be actually like an E minor over a G, but yeah, for our purposes as guitarists, that's there. A back to the A minor, and then just a G, which is a bar chord, but you're just playing the top 4 strings. So 5 4 3 3. So you have just repeat the same thing. And the way that you're going to play it is you hit the bass note, so the 7th on the 4th. And then you can hit either all 3 or just the top 2 strings. And this thing, which is literally just playing the notes of that chord individually. So you're going from the 3rd string to the 1st, to the 2nd. So it's literally that chord, individual notes. And sliding back up to that A. Sometimes I play it up there just because it makes it easier for me to visually remember that I'm going from here to there, here to there. And it kind of follows a little bit more. It's a very subtle change between that E minor. Really, those are the only 2 notes, right? So between the E minor and the G major in this position. So that's all it is. So play it however you like. That's really all there is to the verse. On to the next section, the pre-chorus, and this is where I kick in the tube screamer. All right, so all this is basically a C minor. Just like we were doing an A minor, 3 frets up. So So we're just using the 10th on the 4th, and then the 8th on the 2nd and 3rd. And then you have these two little dyads that are 8, 7 on the 4th and the 3rd string, and then move them down to 7, 5. So 7 on the 4th string, 5 on the 3rd. So you have the pattern is sounds really simple, but with all the stuff behind it, that just sounds really tight. So and then the chorus is, instead of C minor, we're going to make that a major by adding, instead of it being 10, 8, 8, we're going to go 10, 9, 8. So we go from, gets real happy all of a sudden. So so what I'm playing there, again, these are just these triads on the 4th through the 2nd string. So it'd be 4th string 10, 3rd string 9, 2nd string 8. And then we're moving down to what's essentially a G chord, but we're using the triad. So it'd be 9, 7, 8. So we're going 10, 9, 8 to 9, 7, 8. And this is for the chorus, and that's all the chorus is. And you're just, for that 2nd chord, you're just tapping on the 10th fret on the 2nd string. And so. And then the 2nd time he holds it, and then back for the 3rd time he goes. 4th time. And then back to the verse. Oops, have too much distortion. Same thing, and then it goes back, you kick on that tube screamer and all right, so one thing to note too, they do that part 3 times. So and then this chord progression just gets me. It's so cool. So you can do those same chords again, the C major, go to the G again, and we have this. All right, so you have the C major, the G major, then we have essentially like an E minor, so if you think of a power chord, or with the 3rd and the bass. But we're just doing triads on the 4th through the 2nd. So, and then, again, there's tons of different ways you could play this. You could do it. Right, you play this stuff anywhere. I just like keeping it kind of right here because really in the song, the guitar is kind of just sitting there in the background, almost always, just kind of mirroring the keyboard in some way. So I really like the simplicity of just keeping these 3 notes and very tight together on the fretboard. So you're going to have C major, G, which is the 9, 7, 8. Then we're going to do 8, 8, 8. And then to B flat major. And then F major. So this is based on, so if you're thinking of it in terms of the cage system, it'd be like, or so play around with it. I mean, it might sound cool. Depending on how your setup is, what guitar you're using, all this stuff, you may need more like bass and low stuff, so you could play the whole chords, you know? This guitar, and the way I've, PRSs, they're just already pretty bassy and almost muddy, so I like to keep it on the high side for this one, you know? I'm not sure if we went through these chords again, but you have 8, 8, 8, 8, 7, 6, and then 7, 5, 6. So very slowly. What a cool progression. I mean, that's, oh man, that just gets me. It's so good. All right, so those are like all the chords in the song. The only thing left is the solo. Kick on some more distortion here. And we have... Yeah, that's a tricky one. I got to get myself in the right mindset to hit that thing. So, basically what we're going to be playing here, this solo is based on C minor scale. So we have... All right, so... Sorry, got to get myself warmed up here. So basically, let's just run through the scale where all the notes are. And it only is using the 4th string through the 1st string, but it's based on the C minor, which is on the 5th string. So if you start on the 5th string at the 15th fret, then you're going to, and then on the 4th string, you're going to go 12, 13, 15. Same on the 3rd string, 12, 13, 15. And then you're going to move up to 13, 15, 16. Same on the 1st. So it's a C minor scale. Okay, so we're starting on the 2nd string. We're doing, and then a little hammer on between the 15th and the 16th. Walking down from the 1st string down. Okay, and then this thing, here we go. So we're just going to run up as fast as we can, hit as many of the notes as we can on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. So we're going to do... So that's all that lick is, but man, you got to smoke it. And it's hard to do because if you're lucky, you're gonna hit 6 of those notes. If you're really lucky, you'll hit 7. And if you hit, 8 before you hit that top ninth note, kudos to you. You just ripped it. And so, like, depending on how you pick, this is going to vary from player to player. And if you haven't seen it, there's the concept of pick sloping and all that stuff. I've covered it in another video on, economy picking. If I suck at economy picking from low strings to high strings, I'm really good at it from going high to low. Unfortunately, this run is going from low strings to high strings, right? And so if you can economy pick up that way, you might be able to shred all these notes by just, right? If you can economy pick that where you're going down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, you might be able to hit every single one, and it'll probably sound amazing if you're good at it. I'm sure there's thousands of guys out there who have honed their economy picking and could just rip this. But man, this little, fluttered kind of micro shred just makes this solo so freaking good. It's really awesome. The way I do it, because I can economy pick down, I actually just alternate pick this up, and I start on an up. I go up, down, up, down. And then I actually kind of might hammer on and pull, but I try and hit that. That's the problem for me, and the way that I pick is when I hit that second string, I'm kind of already fumbling there. Again, like, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. This one hits a weakness of mine. But the good thing is, if you just kind of smoke it as fast as you can and you get it pretty clean, it's going to sound good because it's so lightning fast. So those are the notes. Okay, so again, the only difference between the second end solo and this one is just a little bit in how he does the timing. The second one is just, and on the second one he does, it is the exact same as the first one. The only difference is how quickly he hits this note. So he goes, on the first one he goes, on the second one he goes, he's just holding that 16th fret for just a little bit longer. Other than that, the second solo is identical to the first half of the first solo. So again, for the first solo we have, see, even I'm forgetting now. It's the first one's quick, so. And then they stop there. He doesn't go down to the other one. And then it just goes back to the... So hold it. So again, it's the exact same as the first. The only difference is that little thing he holds there. And yeah, and then it ends on, so it does just end on that C. That's really all there is to it. Just amazing chords. Like, this is one, I really hope that people just play with and, find different inversions and kind of, make those chords your own. My guess is Neal Schon is playing this stuff all over the place. He's probably been playing this for decades, got completely bored and is moving shit around and, and doing whatever sounds good to him. And I would always say that to people, like, all these videos online that are like, you're doing it wrong. It's like, no, man, make it your own. Like, make your own, do what sounds good to you. Like, yeah, practice. If you want to learn how to practice and do what other people, kind of learn other people's techniques and stuff. I learn a lot of stuff by learning covers on what people are doing, and you find out your strengths and weaknesses and all that stuff. But, at the end of the day, it's what sounds good to you. Like, don't compare yourself. I know it's cliche, but like, you know, find the thing that sounds good to you. And, you know, and probably these chords are probably, he's probably playing them in different positions, you know. You know, you can play them in all over the place, but try and listen to what other things are happening in the song and just, you know, set in the background, you know. I mean, you get your lead and you can show off your shit and all that stuff, but just, you know, like, just listen to the song and whatever frickin' strikes you is good. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox, guys. I hope you found this useful. I know I rambled on a little bit in this, but I'm going to be doing a lot more lessons around this stuff and be chatting more about, you know, all the stuff I like about guitar. So anyway, have a good one.